need to show you my toys.
Don't forget, we're the bad guys. You just threatened me? Yeah. You just threatened me.
I don't know if they told you, but I'm a hitman. I don't save people.
What's up, everyone? TF Review 16 back with another DC Comics Multiverse video review of the Suicide Squad Mattel Will Smith action figure. Here is Deadshot. So you can see this is the standard Multiverse packaging. You got the Suicide Squad logo on top. Right on the top of the package it says for the adult collector. Here you can see it comes with an extra head. Very cool that the Multiverse Mattel figures are including interchangeable heads. That's awesome. Comes with a piece of the Killer Croc and one gun for Deadshot. But you can see a nice promo shot of Will Smith as Deadshot here. Nice promo shot from the movie. Collect and connect Croc. So on the side of the packaging you have that same image. He looks like he's gonna throw some bullets like punches there. Very cool. On the back of the packaging, you get the figures that you need from the Suicide Squad line to build the Collect and Connect Killer Croc figure. Here he is outside of the packaging, and the overall sculpt and design on this is actually really nice. You can get him into some nice poses where he's firing the wrist rockets, I should say his wrist guns. And not too bad of sculpting here. And the likeness to Will Smith is captured here slightly. It's decent. I will say that. It is decent. It's not that bad. The paint used here is a pretty shiny paint though, so he looks like he's kind of pretty sweaty. But the line work here, let's get a close up here. But the line work here on his face, there's some missed paint on mine right there. He's got a black scar on the top of his head. But the eyes don't look too bad at all, and the likeness is there. It's not perfect, but it's definitely there. So not bad. I will give it points for that. On his turtleneck here, on his suit, on the inside of his suit, I'm the light, the way. I would say this is a very film accurate costume. So you have some, different parts of this for the vest, basically build on top, but it's not removable. But this is all you can see, like it's separate pieces that are glued on. So very nice suit. You got some candy burgundy paint here, looks like, on the wrist guns with some gold accents. He's got the fingerless gloves there. You got extra clips on his belt there that plug in. Well, obviously they're not removable or anything, but he does have more clips over here, which looks like these clips would be like for his wrist-mounted guns, although the clips would stick out of the side. So that's pretty inaccurate on this one, as far as there's no clips sticking out of the sides of the guns. Coming onto the back as well, you have more guns molded into the plastics. It says made in China right on the back of his belt. And I like how the knee pads here are a separate piece of plastic, so that's cool, or they're like a soft rubbery material. Same with the clips that are glued on. They are not removable, but that's a nice touch there with the separate pieces. It just adds a level of realism to the overall look of the action figure. So not bad. Coming down to the boots there, you see some lacing details. No paint really on the boots at all. There is a knife on the side that is not removable, so that would have been nice, an added nice accessory there. Now he does have a holster on this side, and he does come with a pistol. One pistol, which is pretty weak, and it comes warped out of the packaging. Now this is really pretty crappy accessory. There's not even a trigger hole. It's a soft rubber material. It's this candy color red with gold accents. It does have some clip detail on there, but it's tiny. It does fit in the holster, but it's really pretty pathetic. The way that this pistol looks best is in his holster. It would have been nice if he came with a rifle or a machine gun. Would have been really cool, since he already has his wrist guns. He should have had a rifle or something. But I do appreciate that this has a holster and that he can hold the gun in the holster, which is where it looks best because it's really a pretty crappy gun, pistol accessory. Anyway, moving right along, again to the sculpting and the design. I do like the overall look of the sculpt and design, and the paintwork is also not bad. So I do give him points for that, for sure. And let's see what other accessories he comes with. And he comes with an interchangeable head. So thank you, Mattel, for giving us a figure with an interchangeable head. So not only do you get a fairly decent likeness to Will Smith in the unmasked head, but you have his classic Deadshot head, which they did a really nice job on this. And it is a softer material, rubber plastic as well, or a softer PVC, with some really nice paint details. You have his eye in there, clean paint details. You have some nice gray striping on the white. You got some great line work in the sculpting, and really nice paint detail in the sight on his eye. So you can see the red dots. He has 2 red dots in the main one and a blue on this side. So overall, really nice paint details on this. So to put on his mask classic Deadshot head look from the comic books, you just pop his head off, and you can see how this is built and sculpted. These plastic pieces that come together to make his head, usually there's a loop here that goes, I know because I took apart one of my Joker figures to try and customize it. I have since got another one, but anyway, you just pop that on there like so, and there is the classic comic book style Deadshot head, updated for the movie cinematic universe for Suicide Squad. So going back to the accessories, his pistol, like I said, is pretty weak. He does hold that in either hand. Now he's got a trigger finger, and there's no place to put the trigger finger on the gun, which is just pretty pathetic. Like I said, the best place this gun looks is in the holster. And that's where I'm gonna leave it. But he can, I just want to show off, he can hold it in either hand. There you go. And let's talk about his articulation. So they added a ball joint on the top for the interchangeable heads, yet he can't look up and he can't look down at all. He can only go side to side. So Mattel, if you're gonna add a ball joint, give us some articulation with the ball joint as well. That would be nice. So yeah, he does rotate at the shoulder all the way around, nice ball joint. It goes up and it goes underneath the sculpting here of the armor that goes over, so that is very cool. He does have a bicep swivel. He has a single jointed elbow that barely bends at all, maybe 45, 35 degrees, I would say. And then the cool thing about this, because he has the wrist guns, he has wrist rotation here, which is very handy in positioning him in a shooting position with the wrist guns. So that is very cool. He has no hinges at the wrist, but it does rotate and swivel there. And one other thing, as far as articulation goes, for his wrist swivels, it would have been really nice to have a hinge right here, especially with his wrist guns right here. You can get him in some decent firing poses here, like in the movie, but again, his knuckles are in the way there. So it works, but the wrist swivel right here, a wrist hinge to go down, would have greatly benefited this Deadshot figure. He has waist swivel all the way around. He has a tiny bit of an ab crunch, so you can see the separation there, but it doesn't really do that much. He's got the DCUC crotch gaping T-joint there, so he can almost do the full splits, but you got the gaps there. Then he can go out about this far because of the clips and ammo. This side probably farther. No, it's even the same about on this side. It can go back farther than it can go forward. And he has a upper thigh cut right there. He's got a single jointed knee. I do like the knee pads again. He's got no boot swivel there, and he has barely up and down there, and no rocker joint or ankle pivot. So that is a shame. But what he lacks for in articulation, I think he makes up for in overall sculpt and design. Although there are better options coming out down the road. The Mafex DC Collectibles will be doing their Suicide Squad DC Films line. Again, the price points are, like basically double that. The prices went up, actually. So for a $20 price point, this is not a bad Deadshot figure at all. For your size comparison, here he is next to the DC Multiverse Suicide Squad Harley Quinn figure. This is the one with the mallet variant. And Deadshot stands at just over 6 inches tall. You can see there. Here he is next to the Joker. And the DC Comics Multiverse Suicide Squad Joker is actually a little bit taller than him. They are just about the same height. Here he is next to the Bat, and you can see the Batfleck DC Comics Multiverse Batman figure from Batman vs. Superman is taller than him. Here is Deadshot next to the Heat Vision Superman variant. And if you stand him up all the way at his tallest, I had him posed up a little bit, you can see that they are just about the same exact height there. And here he is with Deathstroke. Make sure you check out my review of that 4-pack as well when you get a chance if you haven't already. But here you can see the scale difference between a 7-inch scale, a DC Collectibles figure, and this 6-inch DC Comics Multiverse scale. So for a $20 price point, this is not a bad Deadshot at all. I love the fact that it has an interchangeable head. You get the Will Smith head and the classic comic book style Deadshot head. Really good sculpt and design overall. The likeness to the character in the film is there as well. So for that price point, I say this is a recommended figure. So I want to thank you so much for tuning in. This has been a TF Review 16 video review of the DC Comics Multiverse Suicide Squad Deadshot. So please click like if you like this video review. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. I could always use the support. If you like and share this video with your friends, helps me get more viewers. So I appreciate your support as always. And until next time, keep collecting.
I can't wait to show you my toys.